We are going live. We're just gonna fuck it. We're gonna do this live.
All right.
Coming to you live from the pits of hell. I am your anointed host, Anarcho Jesus, Lord and Savior of pop culture. And this is Free Hollywood Live, the live stream where libertarian comrades discuss pop culture, top news, technology, and bullshit with you, the commenters, in the chat. And for you listening to the replay as well, welcome. This self-imposed quarantine. So subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll get notified every time we stream or drop content. Thank you for giving this video the thumbs up as well and sharing the stream with your friends so they too can join in the fun in the chat. In my Father's house are many mansions. At least that's what they tell me. I wouldn't know. He put me in a Hollywood condo years ago.
Yeah.
With 12 million Chinese.
Yes, with the entire People's Republic of Dos Equis virus.
That's true. But tonight we're not actually going to try to... I don't have the creativity to use substitute terms all night long. So we're just going to come right out with it. Oh, by the way, joining me tonight... agree in Big PP. Wow, Darth Yoda. It seems 2020 has been canceled, my friend.
Yeah, in all seriousness, this is the worst we've seen in terms of cancellations. I mean, maybe in our lifetimes. After 9/11, a lot of things got shut down, but for a couple of days, this open-ended nature of this is really the craziest we've seen on the everything being canceled front, probably in our lifetimes.
Yeah, Mother Mary was saying that my nephew Jesse, this is his first pandemic, and I'm like, yeah, Mom, mine too. You know, like, and I'm pretty old, but Anarcho Jesus is feeling kind of vindicated.
Yeah, you called it.
In his assessment of the situation. And dude, I'm so ready to be demonetized. So it's the Wuhan coronavirus that we're talking about here tonight, people. This is the Corona stream, and we're not beating around the bush here, people. We're talking real information because knowledge is power, and it seemed that every time I tried to bring up some of the knowledge that I had and some of the opinions, that I was getting a lot of pushback. But there was a misunderstanding. I was just trying to help people to feel empowered with the things that I was feeling and seeing from coming in from China. You know, some people are saying it's racist to refer to this coronavirus with a China origin, you know, like if you call it the Wuhan coronavirus, that's a racist thing. But what I think actually what might be racist is if when you first see an Asian person, you tell your friend, like, hold their breath.
Yes.
By the way, that's we also have with us E-Weezy.
All right.
E-Weezy, and let's give E-Weezy a quick introduction, and he's our special guest tonight, going to be filling us in on what's going on, what he's seeing going on in the world, because this man is a world traveler. He's been everywhere, and he's been everywhere recently. And by the way, how are you feeling, E-Weezy, my friend? You've been out and about.
Good, feeling great.
E-Weezy is a professional in the music industry and the concert tourism industry and the stage lighting and the auto show industries. I mean, all around. Actually, give yourself a quick introduction there.
Yeah, video technician, video director, projectionist, camera op. Been doing this 13 years. Traveled all over the world and met my wife in Japan while I was touring with Aerosmith.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We both have Asian wives. It's great.
That's right. That's right.
But now, basically every single music concert has been canceled by Live Nation, AEG, car shows, festivals, Ultra, Coachella. I mean, everything has come to a screeching halt. Completely.
Wow.
I'm supposed to go to do a car show tomorrow, and Nissan just pulled out. So I'm
Wow.
sure I'm about to get a call saying show's canceled. Don't get on the plane.
My God, you know, it took us so long to get on this live stream that this is already starting to feel like old news. Like, like when we first started, you know, talking about this a few hours ago, it was like breaking, and now it's like, okay, now the world's kind of starting to wake up. This feels like day one, by the way, of the Great Awakening for America, in my opinion. Even though there's been, you know, quite a few early preppers and people that have been getting ready and things, but I mean, today when I woke up and saw the stock market,
Yeah.
I mean, and look, we've had some rough days in the stock market recently, but when I like flipped open Robinhood and saw Disney below $100, I knew something was up.
Yeah.
And everything, my God, it was everything. And then I saw a text message from from Darth Yoda. And he says, it's a massacre. And I'm like, what? It's everything. It's gold. It's everything. It's your house. It's the value of every asset on the planet right now has basically come into like a lost territory instantly.
Yet
we all woke up to that. It's incredible.
Yet everybody's like just posting memes and making fucking jokes about it. And I know.
Well, they have been for weeks, and this is where like I've had a little trouble. And Darth Yoda can kind of maybe, you know, we've had quite a few live streams that you haven't been able to catch up on, but we could talk a little bit about. You know, just retread a little bit of ground, but basically there was talk of panic, and we all enjoyed the meme videos of the panic and people fighting, you know, the woman saying, all I wanted was one package. And the other lady's like, no, you don't get one single ply.
Well, I tell you, Costco wasn't quite that brutal tonight, but
it wasn't. Oh yeah,
no.
Give us the Costco update.
Well,
yeah.
But at the very least, Costco on a weeknight tonight looked more like Costco on a Saturday afternoon. Okay, so.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So you were going to get infected to get supplies at Costco?
Yeah, I mean, it was more just like a standard Costco run for me. My luck was in tonight. I got the last organic ground beef, which is one of my Costco staples. Those 3-packs that they have of the organic ground beef.
You're a paleo guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you're trying to go all organic as well?
As much as I can, yeah. But
yeah.
Anyway, yeah,
that's kind of a luxury of a diet to have, I think, during these kind of times.
Maybe, but
it's going to be, yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Anyway, continue.
But anyway,
I've been saying hopefully it won't be too bad for like a month and a half now, and I'm done with it.
Me too.
I mean,
I'm done with it. I'm coming out and I'm saying, listen, if people are going to panic just because I have to say a little bit of truth, then people are just going to panic. I'm Jesus Christ, Anarcho Jesus. I got to bring some truth to the airwaves.
I'm going to stay away
from Can I get an amen?
I'm amen, but I'm going to stay as far away from the standard American sad diet as I can for as long as I can, even through this.
Yes.
Because preserving your health is important, especially through a potential health crisis like this.
Yes.
This is good. This is good.
The 35-40% of Americans that are obese or morbidly obese, they will definitely feel the effects of this disease first.
And the ones that, and so basically the ones whose immunity are shit.
Correct.
Absolutely. That's why what we're seeing so far is that the mortality rate where it's showing up are older adults who have unfortunately declining immune systems to some extent, probably to begin with, but especially older adults who are already compromised by major health conditions, including lifestyle preventable ones like diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and so on. So if you can keep yourself healthy now as best as you can, that's the way to go.
Yes, indeed. And I was intending to take a trip soon, but I think I've for now I've called it off, because I don't want to really, first of all, I want to keep myself in self-quarantine and just make sure that I'm good and not spreading things around. I think I'm good, but as we know, that's the craziest thing about this particular virus is you can have it for weeks and not know you have it and still be spreading it all during that time.
Or you can be healthy, young or youngish, and have the virus be asymptomatic. And it seems like, but then you come in contact with older folks who have some underlying conditions that are compromising them, and then you pass something that you're not feeling onto them.
Exactly.
And boom, you're knocking them down for the count, and that's not cool.
Well, I was headed to the South to visit my Uncle Dubby, who has cancer, and he's not going to make it. I mean, eventually. I mean, none of us are. I mean, I didn't, but I came back 3 days later. So,
yeah.
Anyway, I was going to go visit Uncle Dubby, and I can't do that because I'm not sure. I don't want to infect him with something. Like his immunity is not good, for sure. And and for as many weeks has gone by and people have been in denial about this, I'm afraid that when the tests really start coming out, we're going to find that the numbers of people that already have contracted this thing are a lot more than we were led to believe in the beginning. The test kits only arrived in America, as far as I know, just based on President Trump and Mike Pence. They gave a speech yesterday morning, or at least I saw it yesterday morning. It's funny, I saw it through Chinese media. Almost all the media I get comes through Chinese. It's Chinese media coming through WeChat on smartphones of the people that live, saying that they had just received test kits in America and they were going to be testing. Mm-hmm. And that was just yesterday morning. So the next thing you know, we hear about the NBA basketball player who's infected. And now we hear that Tom Hanks is infected. Basically, it took that to crash the stock market.
Yeah.
When investors heard Tom Hanks had caught the coronavirus, they pressed sell.
Well, he survived 4 years on an island, so he'll be fine.
That's right.
Well,
that's right.
but he had help. He had help. He wasn't.
He had his volleyball.
That is true.
Exactly. And what are you going to have when you're in self-imposed quarantine?
PlayStation 4.
What game?
Many. Right now, Modern Warfare, but
wow, man, that took so incredibly long. That was dead air for a minute there. That must mean that you have like this library of games in your head that you just rattled through in that 10-second dead air.
Although I do think that like zombie Nazis would be pretty fitting.
You mean in a video game or in real life?
Or reality?
Hopefully not reality.
Well, that's the thing. Like, we've been through this. In 2012, we were expecting the Mayan apocalypse and zombies, and they never came. But mentally, we went through the exercise of preparing for this, didn't we, people? I did, didn't you? Like, we all did, right? We all kind of mentally prepared for the worst in 2012. Well, I certainly know that in 2008 I did. Right? You guys all kind of like prepared. Well, Eweezy might have been like a little young. But in 2008, the financial crisis and the housing bubble popped. And But just before all that happened,
Yeah.
I was following that guy Ron Paul. You remember Ron Paul, Eweezy?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You remember Ron Paul, and he was talking about the housing bubble coming to an end, and he was running for president at the time, and so I started listening to him on everything, and especially the economics, because I didn't know much, and he seemed to know a lot, and I just like remember going through the motions of going to Costco and buying the water and buying the bags of rice and buying the canned goods and the dried goods and all that, and looking around and kind of thinking, man, am I nuts? And my wife, well, she was a girlfriend at the time. That's right. I had a girlfriend. Anyway, she was like, yeah, are we crazy? We're the only ones doing this, it seems. It wasn't like any kind of panic at that time, but we did it and went through the motions of it. And so this time the thing that triggered me was when I saw the video being piped through WeChat of the construction going on in Wuhan of building those hospitals, like incredibly fast. Like,
very efficient.
Did you saw that?
Yeah, the time lapse. Yeah.
Yeah, the time lapse.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I could find it. Anyway, yeah, it was crazy. Like the machines, the numbers of them, and the way they were moving, and how fast. It was just like ants building this hospital incredibly fast. It was a time lapse. I'd just never seen anything like that, and I thought to myself when I saw that, I'm like, surely the Chinese know that this thing is not propaganda from the Democrats.
Yes.
I mean,
now the Prime Minister of the UK is doing this thing where they are injecting people with the coronavirus, and you are paid $7,000.
Oh, to try to find a vaccine as fast as possible, basically?
Yep, you're isolated for 2 weeks.
Wait. So they're paying people to take injections of coronavirus?
Yes, you will be put in a room for 2 weeks, no human contact. It says you have a PlayStation 4, everything else you would need. They take blood, stool samples, everything. But yeah, $7,000 in the UK, you can be injected with it.
Huh. Well, what's the price of Bitcoin right now?
Exactly.
I just looked. It's on CoinMarketCap. I'm seeing 41.65. So it's continuing to just burn down.
I'm seeing it.
I'm sorry.
87.
I'm sorry. My brain. I heard a number just then, but my brain did not. I don't think it could.
$4,087.96.
And Ethereum back under 100.
147% today.
Yep.
All right, hang on. I gotta do a quick Bitcoin search. Cryptocurrency, USD. It's holy shit.
Yes.
Well, this is just a wick, fellas. I mean, this week is early. The candle closes on Sundays at, I believe, about 5 p.m. And this is going to be one hell of a wick. Now,
Anarcho Jesus with the white pill on crypto of all this of all nights.
can we just have a little silver lining on Day of All Days? What I'm seeing here is, we'll have this huge wick by the end of the week. Or if we don't, we'll have this gigantic, fat, girthy candle body. This Darth Vader red.
So I just got this information.
Okay, we have breaking news here. By the way, just if you're joining us right now, because we've been streaming here for a little while, and we have one viewer. Thank you for joining us. Mind hitting the thumbs up just to encourage others to join us as well. We have Darth Yoda with us and Eweezy, our music industry professional, who's letting us know waiting for us right now.
So yes, if you've heard of them, Dan and Shay, they're very popular. they canceled their tour not long ago. I toured with them the past 2 years. They recently canceled it like last week, and I'm just getting word from a guy on that tour that they just rescheduled for July
of next year.
this year.
Okay.
That is the first tour
Okay.
I know of that has
That's a little
canceled.
better than what I was thinking.
No, that's the first tour that I know of that's canceled and rescheduled with like definitive dates. So they
Okay.
are predicting and
Well,
hoping.
that's pretty optimistic.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I think Coachella has officially rescheduled dates for October,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so they just postponed. They're not canceling altogether.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Now, see, this is all very optimistic.
South by Southwest did the same. Everybody.
I'm not so sure that this is realistic, but I'm glad to hear that there's some positivity going on. But I feel this is very optimistic. Even Disneyland, they said they're going to close down for like 3 weeks, and they have a reopening date. But
a lot of people doing what I do that live in Vegas said that they have been totally not affected yet. I know a lot of people working in Vegas still.
Okay.
And it shows every single night.
well, we're going to have you back on again, Eweezy, later, because the
Sure.
real test of what's going on is when people that have your job are
Yes.
being
I mean,
affected and being sent home, and
all of us
no
thought
longer have work.
it basically is a recession-proof business, or so I thought. And I know people in the movie industry. I just talked to my friend in New York, and they are putting shooting on a halt as well. They're Philly, Atlanta. So when they stop making movies, that's a very bad sign.
Well, you know, making movies involves having people together in a room.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the moment for animation to have its resurgence.
Yes. Yeah.
Could be.
Well, yeah, could be, right? Well, I'm just worried that The Mandalorian may have to be put on hold. That's the announcement I'm really hoping doesn't come down Darth Yoda.
Mm.
You know, that would be the worst thing ever, to be stuck in quarantine and not have Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah, that would be awful. Is season 2 filming right now?
I think they were filming, but and I haven't heard that it's being postponed, but I imagine we may be getting that news on Geeks and Gamers tomorrow or something. You know, that's the way it's going down. Actually, that news may drop right now, like anytime. Geeks and Gamers, they're live streaming right now. Stefan Molyneux's live streaming right now. I believe World Class Bullshitters is live streaming right now. I think everyone that is set up to live stream on YouTube is live streaming right now. It's incredible. In fact, yeah, I'm so glad that we were able to get together and do this as well. Oh, let me just take a quick pause and just hit up the comments and see what people are saying in there, just to bring them into the conversation. Says Planet Must Vlog says, did you guys hear Disneyland is canceled? Yes, we covered that. Did you hear anything else? You guys hear anything else about that? Any further? You know, and here we go. Disney stock is getting wrecked. Yes, indeed. Probably worse than I want to know, because Darth Yoda, as you know, I have a little bit of a history with Disney stock and
Yes.
with Disney company. And, you know, because of what they did to Star Wars, because of what they did to Luke Skywalker, I sold the stock. You know, it was the stock I thought I'd never sell. It'd be that heirloom stock I'd be passing down to grandkids and things, right? But no,
It's under $90 after hours right now.
Wow.
under 90.
Yep. 89.35.
The reason I hate to hear that isn't for the reason you think. I hate to hear that because this morning I had a change of heart, and I thought I would go ahead and buy some shares of Disney. So I hate to hear that it's going that much lower. I should have waited an extra day or two, or maybe a month. Well, I'll do that as well. It's always a good thing to buy and lower your cost basis as the knife falls.
420 Tesla might be real. It's now under 520.
420 Tesla. Okay, so
Yeah,
when you say 420 Tesla, you're not referring to the tweet that Elon Musk made last year that caused the stock to tumble down to a, like, you know, you're talking about like maybe from its lofty levels today, it could tumble back to 420.
Yes, we're at
support there.
519.
It'll
right
find
now.
support there because you have your limit set to just buy
exactly to
a
buy
million
like
shares.
yeah.
Man, that would be so awesome. I wish I could get that many shares. I wish I could buy one more share. Actually, that would be nice. Actually, I can. It's all good. It's all good. We're set over here in the Anarcho Jesus household, in the condo, the Hollywood condo. We are all set. We have the cash we need, the water, the food.
Do you have your mittens?
Yes, we have the mittens. In fact, the mittens came into play today. And that's a little bit of an inside joke, but yes, the mittens are definitely helping us. Not trying to cook a turkey and not knowing what the hell we're doing, and overflowing oil straight into the flames and causing a house fire. The mittens are, just to let you in on the inside joke, Eweezy sent me later, like months later, I just randomly received these pot holders, like really industrial strength pot holders in the mail from Amazon. I'm like, who in the world sent me these? I didn't order it. And I'm asking every one of the 2 million people that live in my house if they ordered it. No one knows what I'm talking about. And then like a month later, I get a text from Eweezy saying, hey, did you get the mittens? And yeah, because during the midst of the crisis, I'm like, I can't find my mittens. Where's my mittens?
Rambling as there's flames shooting.
Rambling, yes.
He's like,
flames licking the ceiling.
He said, it's my own house and I can't find my own fucking mittens. It was great. Well,
yes.
it was fun.
Anyway,
no one was harmed in the making of that bird.
Oh man. And Ham Sandwich says, eat me. Dubstep Dinosaur says, drop the bass. Rawr. All right, Dubstep, I got something for you, but not in this stream. Maybe later. We're talking about bringing a. See, Anarcho Jesus also Twilights as a DJ, so yeah, maybe later we'll hook you up. Not tonight.
Yeah,
but E3 got canceled as well. That's the big gaming convention,
big gamer thing. At the LA Convention Center every year.
Yeah, man, that Bitcoin price really threw me. Let me check and see. Is it holding there at 4,000, or is my eyes deceiving me? Is this old content? Do I need to clear my cache and reload this page? Is this old content? I don't know what I'm looking at right now. My eyes cannot process.
Do either of you guys know what the health support it has after this? I mean, I don't even know. We've been so far above this for so long that I don't even know where the hell we are.
Oh, congratulations, Tom Vase. You get your steak dinner, but who the hell cares?
Yeah.
Least of all you. I mean, we're all getting wrecked here.
Tone had gone pretty bullish, I thought, but
yeah, I mean, he was like, for the most part, I mean, he kept like every time he would kind of go bullish for half a second, that something would happen would make him go bearish again. But
yeah, I guess for real, so much for the Bitcoin as digital gold as a safe haven argument.
I don't know yet, man. I don't know yet. We're still going to have to give it time. It's good to bring it up, but really, just because what's happening right now, this is a black swan event. Like, if Disney drops from 160 down to like $80 in a matter of a couple of weeks, then Bitcoin's allowed to drop from 8,000 down to 4,000. Sure, why not?
Well, really, I mean, it's more like 10,000 to 4,000, with the overnight drop being about 8,000 to 4,000.
Yeah, I mean, it's been grinding down now for a little while.
Bitcoin's at 46.50 now.
You think you're going to pick some up? No, oh no, he was like interested earlier today, but at 4,000, it's like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Like when it was 5,000, I was like, man, that's looking pretty good. And now at 4,000, I'm like, shit, fuck that shit.
Well,
didn't Justice, who could not be with us tonight, didn't he say that he would finally buy if it went back under 6,000?
Well, it's up to 5. Back up to 5.
Now,
All right, so
see,
it's bounced a bit.
Yeah.
That's,
what?
It's
I guess I do need to reload my page. Let me do that.
it's already up to 5 from 4 minutes ago, where it was at 4.
Okay, I'm saving my content. I'm reloading the page. Trading view. Maybe I should pull it up. Let me share. I'm gonna go ahead and do a screen share. I guess do the entire screen.
yeah, do that. That'd be better than what I was doing, which was just clicking on CoinMarketCap, because my soul
Okay.
cannot handle
Now-
looking at my own blockfolio right now.
I think this is a exchange called BitBay. This data sucks. All right, let's try.
In 5209 now.
Okay, here we go. Coinbase will be better. Oh, look at that. Look at that
Okay.
bounce. Okay, but that's a 5-minute chart. Now let's go to the hourly and take a look there. We're still in the bearish control region on the hourly. But let's check the 4-hour because that one's really important in crypto. We're still in the oversold area on the 4-hour, but we're about to break out of that. So you see down here on the RSI is what I'm referring to. Yeah, Andrew's following me. Sorry about that, eWeezy. We'll have to give you the tutorial later on if you're not into charting. But we're at 5,500 right now. What did I tell you guys? It's just going to be a big ass wick by the end of the week, okay? And what I mean by that is that the candles that are forming, they're forming right now on the 4 hours. What we're looking at, I'm going to click over to the daily chart. So what we have right here is yesterday. Go to hell yesterday. Yesterday sucks. Yesterday is over, though, according to the charts, because now we're on a new day.
So now we're on today. It's a new day. And
That's right. As
that
of like
sucks
5
less.
o'clock or something. No, it says 21 hours. It's been a few hours now. So I guess the day flips over to about 3 or something, 3 or 4.
Okay.
And so a few hours into the new day, we're forming this nice Thor hammer right now. But who knows what it's going to be by the end of it. It could be another red candle, even lower, because it looks like that's what's happening. But let's see what happens here, because by the end of the week, and let's look at the weekly chart. I'm going to flip over to the weekly. Okay, so this is the candle that's still forming. That's this week. We still have a couple of days left. What is today? It's going to be Friday tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Friday, yeah.
So they halted trading early today. And my God, has it slipped down below 5,000 again? Just
It's
like that.
having some pretty crazy fluctuations right now.
Okay, yeah. We can't really trust any of the data that we're seeing as far as moment to moment. But just looking at, you know what is weird? I'm looking at a weekly candle right now, guys, and I'm literally seeing movement. When you're looking at charts, the more you zoom out, like to larger and larger time scales, the less you see. We're at a weekly time scale right now, and we're literally watching this candle move and be painted in front of our faces on a weekly scale. That's incredible. That means this candle's bouncing around hundreds of dollars. You could be trading in and out of Bitcoin right now, like literally taking advantage of hundreds of dollars of volatility right now if you had the money and were on the exchange and doing that. Like,
yeah, it's literally this. When you pulled up TradingView, it was 5,500, and now we're boom.
And we got down to 4,000.
Yeah.
And now then boom, back up to 5,500, and now we're settling back at around 5,000 right now. Holy moly, man. What is going on with today? Now, see, this is why it's nice to have just a nice little pause from trading every 8 hours or so. Like, my God.
Yeah, versus like this 24-hour insanity that crypto can be.
Right. So we have a black swan coronavirus event on our hands and 24-hour trading. So the stock markets, they can halt, we pulled back 15%. Let's halt trading. Okay. Oh, now it's the end of the day. Whew. Can take a break for a little while. Okay. They'll probably halt trading in the morning again at another 15% drop. There's all these little breaks and stuff, but crypto, there's no breaks.
Crypto doesn't have that. Crypto
Never
nothing
sleeps.
but balls of steel.
Now,
Is what you need.
this isn't financial advice of any kind, so please don't misunderstand anything that's being said here. We're not offering any type of financial advice, just offering you our experience as crypto investors and traders. And Eweezy, earlier today when it was like 5,000, you were interested, and then it was 4,000 a minute ago. You're like, I don't know, man. If it's dropping like $1,000 since like two hours ago, well, it's 5,000 again. Are you interested again? Just checking in on you, buddy.
I'm watching it.
All right. Well, that's smart, man. You're smart. He's a smarter man than me because he's patient. He watches. He gets his money ready. He waits for his moment to strike. Me, I FOMO in as
All
hard as
FOMO
possible.
for you. Yeah.
I gather every single last dime I can find and FOMO in as hard as possible.
Kinky.
Sell the house.
Huh.
No, I never did that, but I've heard of people that did that. Crazy, man. Don't do that.
If this thing keeps on like it is.
Just for the record, don't do that. Oh my God, yes. Let me check this out on a monthly. I want to see if a monthly candle will paint right in front of my face. All right, guys, here's the good news. On the monthly, we're doing pretty good. Now, I'm going to just take this line that I drew earlier, and I'm going to extend that. I feel like Tone Vase right now. Okay, let's see. Is my line locked? Yeah, it's locked. I like to lock my lines. You know, when I draw a line, it means something. Now, that seems like it held up as support right there. What do you guys feel like? I feel like a genius right now. I called it. I'm just going to say right now I called it.
Yeah.
I said from months ago when I started this line, back in November, I called 4,000 as the bottom, and there's the evidence right there. You all saw it live. I'm just kidding.
Absolutely.
Guys.
The number that was.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
I mean, it's random.
Yeah.
But I remember him. Anyway. Yeah.
And look at that. We're 5,400. This is.
Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. Let me let's test my other theory. My other theory there, Darth Yoda. You remember the other theory I'm talking about? The double candle body theory.
Oh yeah. We were just talking about that the other day.
So I'm just going to make a new line, and I see a double candle body over here, right? From a while from before the big $20,000 pump, I think. And I'm just kind of eyeballing it, but let me stretch this out. Okay, look, there's some more support right there. Just based on the double candle bodies. This is nothing that's actually out there in the literature or anything, but just a little pattern I've noticed.
Anarcho Jesus exclusive.
That's right. Drop an exclusive bomb. Discovered this little pattern of on the monthly chart. If you find a double monthly candle where the bodies are in agreement, that is that the candle bodies close at the same or similar level, like within dollars of each other, then you can use that and draw your line out and find amazing things happening at that line later on. That is exactly where, in fact, just to show you what I'm talking about, we'll take a look. You remember when Bitcoin was running up last year to 14,000?
Mm-hmm.
I found myself lost saying, how can I know where to look for this thing to pull back? And the answer never really came exactly. But then later, afterwards, after it happened, I noticed this thing, and I noticed that there was these double candle bodies over here on the monthly chart. And if you drew a line from those double candle bodies straight across, boom, what happens? That's right there where it reversed at 14,000. Mm-hmm. But then look, there were two other candle bodies drawn down here on these 2 months. And if you draw a line from that over, boom, look, that's where this run reversed as well. So it's been pretty good on calling reversal areas. And I just don't know if that's something that's real. Or now there's a few double candle bodies that we can draw lines over that haven't been fulfilled yet. So we'll have to look in the future and see if price actually responds to these lines. It seems like I don't know. We'll just have to let it play out. But that's just something to be aware of in your technical analysis. Might be something that you find to be useful. I'm testing it out as this whole thing plays out on a monthly scale. So that'll be something I'll prove over the next few years. All right, man. Let's take a look. We're going to just go back to the lower time frames and just see the craziness. I don't know if you've ever seen this before, eWeezy, but on a chart of Bitcoin on a low time frame when this kind of craziness is going on, like you can literally see candles
Forming.
Yeah, like painting in front of your face, just forming like lightsabers, like Luke Skywalker igniting his lightsaber right in front of you, just
or tossing it over the cliff.
yes, or Ruin Johnsoning it, yes, over his shoulder and off the cliff. That was a good reference. Oh man. Are you guys into sports, by the way? Are you bummed out about all the baseball, NHL? I mean, basically all pro sports are canceling the seasons or postponing them.
Yeah, I'm bummed. Guess, we'll see how it goes. There were cancellations right after 9/11. The World Series got pushed out to November for the first time. We'll see what happens. The NHL shut down today. That's the latest one that came out just a few hours ago. So they've joined the NBA in shutting down. Baseball has put off the start of the season for at least 2 weeks. So that's the sports news.
Yep.
I mean, I don't watch sports, but unless the Saints are playing,
Right.
yeah. Oh, you feel the same way?
Yeah.
Who dat?
Yes.
Who dat? I just received a voicemail from the local authorities. I thought maybe we should take a listen to it and hear what the local authorities have to say to us about the coronavirus. You guys want to? Does that sound like something you'd like to listen to?
All right. Let's see what our perfect masters say.
Yes. Let's do that. Let's.
LA, the City of Los Angeles Emergency Alert System. Today, Mayor Garcia and local.
Oops. Sorry, I accidentally called 911. Stop calling, please.
Oh, no.
I thought I was pressing volume, but I was pressing that other button. If you press it a number of times, it'll call 911.
Yeah.
eWeezy must have experienced that before too. I heard some affirmation there. All right, we're gonna try this again. That was my bad.
Los Angeles Emergency Alert System. Today, Mayor and your city's action the spread of COVID-19. To help combat the virus's spread, please take common sense precautions. Wash your hands thoroughly and frequently. Stay home if you feel sick. Keep extra food and medical supplies around, and practice social distancing. To learn more about how you can help stop the spread of the novel coronavirus, visit lamayor.org.
Did she say social distancing? Okay, so
Yep.
Hashtag social distancing, people. You heard it from the authorities.
Yep.
Keep to yourself. Get away from me. Who is that touched me? Oh, okay. Someone needed to be healed. That's fine. I need to go take a shower real quick. Someone touched me. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Here we go.
/coronavirus. Hoy el alcalde García compartir noticias sobre las acciones de la ciudad para ayudar a proteger el público y retrasar la propagación del coronavirus.
Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. Please stand clear of the doors. I don't know. I just remember that from Disney World when I used to work there. The novel coronavirus. They're calling it that. So why does YouTube demonetize us when we say it? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes. Sorry.
Darth
Hello?
Yoda, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. I just got an alert from my Ethereum on TradingView. Let's take a look real quick at Bitcoin. It looks like we're bouncing. Well, we were bouncing. We are bouncing. We were bouncing. Oh, let me
so it's still going around being crazy.
I think so. Let me share a screen just again. I mean, you got to see this for yourself.
All right. Ethereum's back over 100, so that's something at least.
Well, I missed my chance to buy it at 90. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm all locked in. I'm not spending more money on crypto at this point. But those of you that haven't and said that you would, what are you waiting for? Like, seriously. I'm seriously. I remember talking to people about Tesla when it was under $200, and they're like, well, I'm waiting for the dip. I'm like, what? Actually, I was at a supercharger and was talking to this new Tesla owner saying, yeah, I'm waiting for the dip. And the price was only like $250 or something at that moment. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is the dip. Get to buying, son. But he was right. It actually did go to, I think, 150. And yeah, so hopefully he bought the dip. But, you know, there's something about human nature. We can sit there and watch something dip, something we said we were going to buy, set the money aside, made all the plans in the world, and we sat there and watched the thing dip. We saw it go to all-time lows and then reverse and go to all-time highs, and sat there and watched that happen too and never bought. What is that about humans that can do that sort of thing and be all right with it? I couldn't be all right with that, so I feel it's better to just FOMO in, people. Get that money over to your bank and then get it over to your exchange through the Western Union as quickly as possible, and get yourself some crypto so you can get your family some wealth, and get yourself a hedge against this entire economy going down.
Yeah, because in the long run, this may still be a hedge. It's pretty brutal today, but you know, the fundamental point behind crypto still stands. Because there may well be another bailout coming.
Yeah. Well, I recall, not from personal experience, but through research, that it was the Greece crisis that really got the price of Bitcoin bouncing as people were trying to move their assets and their wealth out of banks and into another type of asset that could be a store of value, and basically Bitcoin. Yeah. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're absolutely right. There have been a number of cases like that. The big run-up in 2013, as I recall. God, now I don't remember the details, so I won't go off on this too much. But there was a financial crisis in Cyprus that spurred it, you know, of all places. But everybody in Cyprus was suddenly buying Bitcoin, and that helped it really take off back in 2013. When it originally ran up over $1,000 for the first time.
Man, I really wish I would have been paying attention at that point. Oh, let me, I'm going to go back.
All right, so we moved over to Ethereum now.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to check Ethereum. Well, it's really bouncing around hard too, because when I just checked it right now, it was like under 120. Now it's bouncing around over 120.
Yeah. Well, when we started talking about crypto and just looked at the charts for the first time tonight, which was what, like 15, 20 minutes ago, yeah. Ethereum was like 95. So
are we going to
a lot here?
Well, let me just and I know Eweezy's got to get going, and before
I do too.
Okay, yeah. Well, before we let y'all go, let me back out here. Okay, let me just back out and take one quick look, since we have it opened here on the weekly. We're getting into areas that for me are kind of unknown, because I wasn't into crypto way back over here when you were. And Darth Yoda, you know what I'm saying? On this side of side of 20,000,
Ethereum. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at the Ethereum charts. I didn't buy into Ethereum. This
would have been the 20,000 on Bitcoin, but that on Ethereum is.
And that was your over 1,000 Ethereum. But yeah, I didn't get into Ethereum until I'm gonna say spring 2017. Sometime was the first time it was the first altcoin I ever bought. I think. Unless, no, I had some Doge that I may have like mined or something like in 2014. But yeah, Ethereum I got into in early 2017, right when, God, probably right when it was around this price range. So we've gone all the way back now.
My goodness. Well, in Bitcoin, how is it holding up in comparison to Ethereum on a more percentage-wise basis, not price-wise? Like, is it holding up better, worse? Is Ethereum holding up better than Bitcoin?
In terms of how bad it's been killed today, I don't know.
Just in general over these last few months, really. I mean, it seemed like there was going to be an alt season, but that got squashed. And
yeah, I mean, we were talking about 300 Ethereum, and then
I managed to buy some of that top.
But we hit like 290. It kind of bled back down, and now the bomb's fallen out with everything. So percentage-wise, you're looking from 290 down to wherever it is right this second. It was like 111 when you had it open there.
And I can still see it up here. I can still see it. It's 116 now.
Yeah. So whatever percent that is, and then Bitcoin, it's 10,000 down to, well, now at this point, 5,000. So about 50% decline over the last week or so.
Man. So would you say that the panic is warranted at this point, or are people overreacting, or like I'm just kind of wanting to get a feel for how you guys are feeling about it. I know Eweezy's got to get going here soon. Both of you guys, we'll be wrapping up the stream here soon. But really, in kind of conclusion of the Wuhan Corona conversation, when I myself was prepping like a tinfoil hat wearer a few weeks ago, and people were kind of looking at me funny. And then later, people are panicking and running into the stores and having a run on toilet paper and on Purell hand gel. It's like, okay, now that it's too much. Like, people are panicking too much. It's and I'm saying to myself, fear is a emotion to spur us to action. So that's not really a bad thing. That's something you want to embrace. For me, I had it in my muscle memory from 2008, and I saw the signs, and it's like, okay, do what I did then. Go get the water, get the rice, get the canned goods, get the toilet paper, get the laundry detergent, all the things you're going to need if in case you're locked in for 6 months. I started talking about things like that, and got a lot of pushback. People like, hey, you're just going to cause people to panic. It's not that bad. This is just the flu. And, from what I was seeing in China, it's like, this isn't just the flu. I mean, it looks really bad. But now I think it's out, and there's no skepticism anymore, I don't think. Even Mother Mary, my mother, who was a big skeptic, she said, just listen to Rush Limbaugh, son, and you'll be all right. You'll understand everything. Just tune into Rush in the morning. So, haven't done that, but
all right, fellas, I have to.
Alrighty, Wheezy.
Bow out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, thank you for coming in with the update, right. And we'll be having you on again soon because you're always on the front lines with the breaking news. So, yes, definitely be sending you that link.
Yes, man. Let me know when, and I will jump back on. I'm getting updates all the time from Germany, Italy, friends of mine that are gigging. I got friends in Amsterdam. Some people stuck in Europe right now, actually.
Yeah. Just if you have one more minute before you go, tell us a little bit about Italy and what you've heard.
It's just shut down, and a friend of mine's wife is actually a nurse who is working there and talking about that the hospitals are soon going to just collapse because they're so overrun, overfilled. And there's a lot of nurses even infected that are just continuing to work.
Oh, and by the way, we won't do any kind of reaction to it or anything, but I just wanted to show, do screen share, not that, we're going to show. Yeah, this interview with Joe Rogan.
It's a good one.
That was good stuff. Yeah.
And this guy, yeah. So make sure to look that up out there.
Yes.
This was from a couple of, and yeah, a very eye-opening. Here, I'm going to come back over from the screen share. And
let me know when you do another one, Jesus, and we shall.
Absolutely. Yeah,
we shall
definitely. All right, take care, my friend. Let me.
All right, later, Yoda.
Later. All right, I got to wind it down here too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me just take one last look at the show notes to see if we missed anything. I mean, Peter Schiff was on Stefan Molyneux earlier today. And that was just a reminder of 2008 for me because basically he was recalling how he was right. I mean, he has such a big smile on his face this morning. I mean, stock market's getting wrecked. Peter Schiff has just got a boner. And he's on Stefan Molyneux just like, you know what? It's been a lot of years since I've been right, but it's 2008. Remember that video? It had 1 million views. It was like, Peter Schiff is right. Right? Peter Schiff was right. It was a montage video of how many times he was calling out the housing crisis before it happened and everyone was mocking him. You know, followed by the montage of how the housing crisis actually happened. And Peter Schiff was right.
He was kind of gloating over the crypto bloodbath too.
I bet. Yeah, that definitely explains some of the chub.
Yeah.
Wow. But this time one of the things he said was like, from 2008, they would say no one saw this coming, but that wasn't true, was it? Because Peter Schiff saw it coming. Yep. Ron Paul saw it coming. There were others that saw it coming. I think Max Kaiser saw it coming. And the thing about it, it was more obvious then. This time, they didn't know what it was, but you can't legitimately say you didn't know something bad would happen because the entire economy was set up for it. In fact, they never really let us fully recover from the 2008 crisis. They just kind of quantitatively eased us and kicked the can down the road. And here we are.
Exactly.
Here we are. And so we didn't have Peter Schiff and Ron Paul telling us specifically it's going to be the coronavirus. You know, they don't have the video montage of anyone really calling that out. So you can say, okay, we didn't see this coming. People could say that more legitimately this time. But what you can't say is that you didn't understand that the market environment and conditions were set up in such a way that eventually there would be some sort of trigger that would cause a pullback in the markets. I mean, people have been begging for this pullback for 2 years now. You know, all this talk of, you know, we haven't had a recession in over 10 years, so we need one. You know, that's been the thesis for 2 years that we've been hearing. Indeed. And now these same people are like, oh, crap, we're having the pullback. Panic. Sell everything. I thought you had dry powder on the side. Well, yeah, except for all those stocks I'm selling.
All right. On that happy note.
Yes, sir. Oh, I was just going to ask just one more thing. Are you reading any books or working on any content that you'd like to?
Nothing I'm going to get into right now. We'll leave that as a surprise because it's which because it's later where I am, so I want to wind it down here.
Did you like that master's degree in big PP line?
Of course.
All right, my friend. Well, I love getting together, and it seems like we're going to be having plenty of chances to do it, so I'm glad we're able to have these streams. All right, so for all of you out there, thank you for tuning in. Love the people you love. Give them a big squeeze, and take care of yourselves.
All right. Good night, all.
My friend.